Just because they got boxing writers and they're paying these guys doesn't mean they're right. When you see Fight Hype post, when you see a text message from me and you see, I say, this is not true. Al Heyman is like a second father to me. You don't think we talk on the phone every day? So who gonna know what's going on first about fighters in Mayweather Promotions and PBC before me and Al Heyman?
That was Floyd Mayweather 3 months ago, informing the public that the Errol Spence versus Crawford fight is not nearly done, which he turned out to be 100% correct. However, people back then said Floyd Mayweather was hating, he's looking for attention, and they chose to believe Mike Coppinger's sources instead. Now, I told you guys then, and I'm gonna say it again. I'd rather believe the guy that's talking to Al Heyman every day, which is Floyd Mayweather, than a person that's working for ESPN and getting some type of a source. Nevertheless, the negotiations between Crawford and Errol Spence have been going on for a very long time, and the fights still haven't been made yet. Now, according to ESPN latest reports, the fight is in jeopardy. However, whether that's true or not, Floyd Mayweather did tell us, if Floyd or PBC don't say it, then don't believe it. We gonna announce the fight. But if the fight doesn't get made, then there is nothing there to be announced. Furthermore, the latest updates on the Errol Spence versus Crawford fight is that negotiations are still on, according to ShowTime president Steven Espinoza, where he stated, quote, "Negotiations are ongoing, and we are still working hard to make the fight. Sorry, I don't have more to offer, but publicly airing out negotiations would only make it more difficult to make a deal. Oh, and don't believe everything you read." End of the quote. That being said, I just can't see a way where this fight doesn't happen for multiple reasons. For starters, PBC wants the fight. This is an in-house fight for the biggest fight in boxing, where PBC doesn't even have to pay Crawford guarantee money. Hello, is anybody home? ShowTime paid Canelo $40 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view, and they paid Caleb Plant $10 million guaranteed. So going into that fight, they took a risk of $50 million at the very least. However, for a bigger fight, the fight of the decade, the biggest fight in boxing today, Errol Spence versus Crawford, PBC has to pay Crawford zero guarantee, meaning this fight is risk-free. The fight between Crawford and Errol Spence is already projecting to be the fight of the generation. We know for a fact it's going to be successful on pay-per-view. On top of all of that, PBC gets to take zero risks, or the money they have to pay Errol Spence guarantee, which we know for a fact the pay-per-view revenue is going to generate way more than Errol Spence guarantee. Therefore, this fight is risk-free coming into the door for PBC. So Al Heyman is not going to pass on an opportunity like this to rob the bank, where he only has to put a little bitty deposit in order to receive such a huge revenue. In addition to that, the ultimate roadblock into making a fight is the terms. Both fighters agreeing to terms. So the fact that Crawford has already agreed to all of Errol Spence's terms, from agreeing to receive less money, to receiving less pay-per-view percentage, to getting zero guarantee money, then there is no possible way the fight doesn't happen if both fighters want the fight. I noticed a lot of people blaming Al Heyman for everything based on the terms that was agreed upon, which is surprising to me because that has nothing to do with Al Heyman. In fact, Errol Spence told us years ago, he told the public and Crawford, before he even fought Sean Porter, if Crawford wants the fight, then he has to accept 60-40 split. If he don't like that, then 70-30 split. Well, if you thought he was bluffing, come to find out, Errol Spence was for real. So the terms they agreed upon had nothing to do with Al Heyman. That was simply what Errol Spence wanted from the jump. However, what I'm surprised of is that Crawford is getting zero guaranteed, even though every single Errol Spence opponent he fought on pay-per-view received guarantee money. Either 50-50 guarantee money or 60-40 split when it came to the guarantee money, not including the pay-per-view money percentage. According to reports, even Ugas got 50-50 split on the pay-per-view money. So did Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter. Therefore, for pound number one, Terence Bud Crawford, who's a bigger star than all of them, to receive zero guarantee money is really unfair from the outside looking in, if you ask me. Which to me, it just shows how bad Terence Crawford wants to fight. He wants to fight as bad as he want to breathe. I remember years ago when everyone was telling me, why doesn't Crawford accept the 60-40 split Errol Spence offered him? And I told people then, what offer? You talking about them just talking? That's not an offer. Talking publicly doesn't make it an offer. Negotiating a deal makes it an offer by doing the first step, which is sending an offer to the other team. Until then, verbally talking means nothing. You can't say he sent him something. And I could guarantee you, if Errol Spence sends Crawford a 60-40 offer, Crawford would take it in a heartbeat. And the way things are going today, Crawford proved that I was 1000% correct. This man even accepted zero guaranteed money. Nevertheless, credit to Errol Spence because he did take blame for that by stating, to my fault, I should have never brought up the split publicly years before negotiating. Which is my point exactly. Talking about a split years before going into negotiations is pointless, since only God knows what's going to happen in that time period. Last but not least, both Errol Spence and Crawford understand they need each other. If they fight each other, win or lose, their career will strive because the fans are dying to see this fight. It's now or never. The fans have officially ran out of patience. However, if the fight doesn't happen, God forbid, then whoever fought it is might as well retire because their career is going to suffer in a major way where the fans are not going to support them by buying into their fights. They're going to receive a whole lot of backlash that they are not going to be able to recover from. All hell going to break loose because at that point, the fans going to feel robbed of a legendary classic moment between the two. So I truly believe, inshallah, we're going to get the fight. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, TV. Peace. And I'm on to the next one.
Hey, I told you I was gonna pull up on Spence. Hey, you really already know. Hey, look. I love it. Hey, look, I love it. I told him about what that word. I told him about what that word. This ain't no Keith Thurman shit. That's gonna be scared and shit.
It's free smoke, Junior. They don't know what time it is.
T-Bug Crawford.
Yeah. Everybody know who the champ is at 147, who the king is. And he's too small. He's too small. He little. He light in the ass.
Hey, look.
Ain't
nobody say Floyd was light in the ass.
He's light in the ass. You're not Floyd. What you talking about? I knew he was gonna be here.
And you knew I was gonna
I knew
pull
he was
up.
gonna be. That's why I came.
Did you know I was gonna pull up?
Oh God, I knew he was gonna be here.
Did you know I was gonna pull up?
Hey, where you at?
Did you know
I
I
got a
was
text
gonna pull up?
message, nigga, from 3 o'clock.
And you got a, and you got a FaceTime for me and you didn't answer.
I don't know your number. But now you know. Save it.